If you're wanting to build a gaming PC just like this one, but aren't wanting to spend your life savings, this build may surprise you. Not only does this build look great, but it will also outperform many pre-built PCs you can find on Amazon. It's packed with an i7-9700k and a 3070, perfect for running just about any game with respectable frames, while still being able to handle high settings. The best part of all this is it costs right around $600 to build. In this video, I'll go over exactly how I did this and how you could do it too without overspending. Let's get into it. With builds like these, Facebook Marketplace is going to be your best friend, and you're going to want to try and find the most expensive parts secondhand. As you can see here, these are all the parts I picked up from Amazon and Microcenter. And these are all the used parts I picked up from Facebook Marketplace. The pricing for all these parts will be in a slide right before the benchmarking, and I also have a link for all of them in the description below. A lot of these parts I did pick up on Prime Day, so the prices may be a little bit lower, but not significantly. Another important note is that this build would have contained the i7-9700k and a different motherboard because that is what I originally got from Facebook Marketplace. However, I installed that one for my brother and got his old parts, is what you're seeing in the video. As for the case, it was really high quality and had plenty of room for just about any part while leaving room for cable management. And honestly, this case is a great price for what it is. The only thing I didn't like was the look of the fans, but if that's something you don't care about, they will be just fine and you will save even more money keeping them. For the storage, I went with this 1TB RTX NVMe. If you're trying to keep it even more budget friendly, 500GB may be enough and it will cut some costs. This is Trax Data RAM that I picked up on Amazon for a great price. Not only is this 3200 MHz, but the RGB complements the build very well. When picking up parts from Facebook Marketplace, there are many bundles that will come with the CPU cooler, and I highly recommend replacing the thermal paste to keep temps down, especially since it's most likely their older parts and they haven't replaced it in a while. There have also been many scenarios where the bundle came with a AIO cooler, which is even better. In this case, you could overclock your build and get even more performance out of it. I also forgot to mention that I had to install the NVMe on the second slot because I did not have proper mounting equipment. Sometimes this may slow down the drive, but it's not noticeable in my case. The only thing I'm missing out on is the NVMe heatsink. Now that we have everything put together, we can now move this motherboard into the case. One difficulty I did have with this case was plugging in the connectors towards the bottom of the motherboard. They're basically flush with the bottom of the case, making it very hard to fit my hand down there. I probably spent a solid 20 minutes installing the front panel connectors. Other than that, the build was very smooth and didn't take long at all. If you are a first-time builder, definitely don't use this as a build guide. Try to find a video that goes more in depth because I gloss over many steps in this build. After I plug everything in, we'll get to the optional cosmetic upgrades and also the cable management that I also like to find optional sometimes. Then I'll get straight into the pricing and we'll run some tests and games. This will be the finished look if you mainly just care about how the PC performs. The cosmetic upgrades were just over $30 and in my case are well worth it. This 3-pack of Infinity Mirror ARGB case fans were just $15, and these cable extensions were just right around $18. This is the finished look for all the RGB lovers. If you're not into RGB or this massive case, I have another video of a mini RTX build posted on my channel that you should check out. Here's the pricing for this build. One thing that I included in the price but not in the breakdown was the Asus Wi-Fi card that I got from Microcenter for $10. Everything else came from Amazon. Now let's see how this thing actually performs. Starting off with 3D Mark, everything seems to be very smooth. I'll show you a few clips from each test and then we'll go to the performance score. As you can see, this PC got a score of 11,588, which isn't bad but also could be better. It's also important to note that I did have to screen record 3D Mark, which also would lower the score. Next up we have Cyberpunk with these settings at 1080p. For a higher demanding game, this really felt smooth, even on high settings, and the graphics look great.
Not neither.
Next up we have Fortnite on performance mode at 1080p. This was another smooth game, but it did stutter a slight amount when moving into new areas because I haven't played much on it. With more playtime, it will get smoother. Also, I didn't test this PC on DirectX 11 or 12 because most of the time I see performance mode as a main preference, but you could still get decent FPS on the other settings. For the final game, we have Marvel Rivals with these settings at 1080p. I did use FrameGen for this just to get a little bit more out of it, and really I couldn't notice too much input delay. This is the second test on Marvel Rivals with lower settings at 1080p.
I found them. A gift from Khonshu. Thank you very much.
Overall, this PC performed great for the price. It may just take some patience and searching on Facebook Marketplace. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe so I can come out with more videos like this.